So we are live. Flat Earth is a hoax. And, it's kind of funny that I even have to do videos on this. It's so funny that, it just makes me laugh hysterically on the inside. Like, really, I wish you just knew how much I laugh on the inside because of this shit. Like, even Kanye West thinks our planet is flat.
Well, it's not like he's a pillar of intellect, I mean.
Oh, yeah, fucking pillar. The story was originally published Smarter Than That in 2008. We are republishing it, a lightly edited version of Popular Science, in light of recent interest in this subject. Humanity has known the Earth to be round for a few millennia, and I've been meaning to show more methods that prove the world is not flat. I've had a few ideas on how to do that, but recently got an interesting keep scrolling, sorry. Interesting incentive when Phil Plait, I'm gonna say Plait, the bad astronomer, wrote about recently published BBC article rant on the topic. Bill claims it's ridiculous enough to even bother rebutting the Flat Earth Society, and I tend to agree, but the history of our species intellectual pursuit is important and interesting. It's very much well worth writing about. You don't need to denounce all science and knowledge and believe in a kooky conspiracy theory to enjoy some historical factoids about humanity's quest for space. On we go to the top 10 to know the Earth is unequivocally, absolutely, positively, 100% not flat. Now that humanity knows quite possibly that the moon is not a piece of cheese or a playful god, the phenomena that accompany it from its monthly cycles to lunar eclipses are well explained. It was quite a mystery to the ancient Greeks, though, and in their quest for knowledge, they came up with a few insightful observations that helped humanity figure out the shape of our planet. Aristotle, who made quite a lot of observations about the spherical nature of the Earth, noticed that during lunar eclipses, when the Earth's orbit places it directly between the sun and the moon, creating a shadow. In the process, the shadow on the moon's surface is round. This shadow is the Earth's, and it's a great clue on the spherical shape of the Earth. Here, I might need to share this photo so they get the fucking point. Popular Science, yeah. Go there, yeah. Lunar eclipse, yeah. It's pretty sad. Since the Earth is rotating, see the Foucault pendulum experiment for a definite proof. If you are doubtful, the consistent oval shadow it produces in each and every lunar eclipse proves that the Earth is not only round but spherical. Absolutely, utterly beyond a shadow of a doubt, not flat. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, they need help. And if you need a little more information on how you know the Earth's curvature, I'll link a video below. And it's also here on YouTube for you little flat earthers. But this is 10 reasons on why it says our planet is not flat. Scientific reasons. And if you can argue with that, I guess you're a fucking bleeming idiot. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. Ship number 2, reason number 2, ships in the horizon. If you've been next to a port lately, or just strolled down a beach and stared off vacantly into the horizon, you might have perhaps noticed, like I have because I did this a month ago, a very interesting phenomenon approaching. Ships do not just appear out of the horizon like they should have if the world was flat, but rather emerge from beneath the sea. But you say ships do not submerge and rise up again as they approach our view, except in Pirates of the Caribbean. But we are hereby assuming that was a fictitious movie. The reason ships appear as if they emerge from the waves is because the world is not flat, it is round. You fucking morons! You fucking fuck babies! Grow a fucking brain. A grain-sized brain probably has more fucking intellect than you. A 1-year-old child probably has more intellect than you. Ugh. It's pretty sad, right? Ain't that sad, bro? I think it's sad.
Very.
It's so sad that it shows that, me staying in school probably would have been helpful for them, because me staying in school, maybe I could have taught them some more. Oh, wait, that's right. Everything's a rhetoric by the left, don't you know? And we're all being brainwashed.
The Grand Atheist Conspiracy.
Yeah, Grand Atheist Conspiracy.
Century, millennia in the making.
Centuries old! And it's just like, really? Oh, we got 3 haters already, baby.
Yeah, we do.
I just looked over and oh my God. It's okay though. Let them hate. Let them hate because they know that the Earth is actually round. As round as a sphere. And it's not a part of this grand atheist conspiracy that they've got going on.
Dude, it totally is. Like, I have weekly meetings with my atheist brethren to decide how we are going to convince the world that the earth is in fact round. Also, we can take God out of the equation.
I'm sure, bro. I'm sure. It's just like, oh my God. I need more coffee for this shit. Oh, lovely. Holy balls, that's hot.
Yeah.
How would you know? You're not here. You don't know how hot it is. It just spilt on my foot.
You just don't know I'm there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the snoring you're hearing is a recording. So
Yeah, the snoring's a
it
recording.
makes you
Yeah.
think I'm home. But really, I'm there.
Okay. The snoring is part of a loop, eh?
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy loop, then. Oh, I lost my information page. Where's my information page? Okay, but yeah, here, I'm going to show another diagram because people seem to like diagrams. You know, they put things into perspective. So this is the horizon, right? You don't see nothing. You kind of see something. You kind of see something more. You kind of see something more. Ant walking on an orange. You kind of see something. You kind of see something. You kind of see something. Yeah, you get the fucking point. Imagine an ant walking along the surface of an orange into your field of view. If you look at an orange head on, you will see the ant's body slowly rising up from the horizon because of the curvature of the orange. If you would do that experiment with a long road, the effect would have changed. The ant would have slowly materialized into view depending on how sharp your vision is. Reason number three, why you know, the Earth's not flat. The observation was originally made by who? Aristotle in 384 BCE. By the way, that stands for before Christ existed, and dash 322 BCE. Who declared the Earth was round? Judging from the different constellations one sees while moving away from the equator. After returning from a trip to Egypt, Aristotle noted that there are stars seen in Egypt and Cyprus which are not seen in the northern or northerly regions. This phenomenon can only be explained if humans were viewing the stars from a round surface. Aristotle continued and claimed that the sphere of the earth is of no great size, for otherwise the effect of so slight a change of place would not be quickly apparent. Some other person put in their 2 cents, and Decalio 298A2 through dash 10. The farther you go from the equator, the farther the known constellations go towards the horizon and are replaced by different stars. This would not have happened if the world was flat. So basically, here's another little diagram for you kindergartners. Here you go. Flat, stargazing on a flat Earth. That's what it'd be like a stick figure. shadows and sticks. If you stick a stick in the sticky ground, it will produce a shadow. The shadow moves as time passes, which is the principle for ancient shadow clocks. If the world had been flat, then two sticks in different locations would produce the same shadow. Like, Jesus Christ, do I have to make this any more fucking blatantly flamboyant for you? Imagine the sun's rays represented by yellow lines hitting two sticks, white lines, some distance apart. If the earth were flat, the resulting shadow would be the same length no matter how far apart you place the two sticks. But they don't. This is because the earth is round and not flat. See? You obviously needed another little diagram to show you the earth is round, not flat. Because the earth is round, sticks placed at distance or distant locations will throw shadows of different lengths. Eratosthenes of 276 through 194 BCE, I believe that was a couple hundred years before Aristotle, also made this same depiction. And rapper B.O.B., he's just an idiot too. He should be linked in with Kanye West because they're both a bunch of fucktards. Just saying. But the guy that I just mentioned his name used this principle to calculate the circumference of the Earth quite accurately. To see the demonstrated, refer to my experiment video by or about Eratosthenes. I really cannot pronounce this guy's name. It's so fucking Greek that Eratosthenes. That's what I'm going to say. And the circumference of the Earth. The Earth's curvature is tasty. That's the video. YouTube it. See farther from higher. This is standpoint number 5. Standing in a flat plateau, you look ahead of you towards the horizon. You strain your eyes, then take out your favorite binoculars and stare through them as far as your eyes with the help of the binocular lens can see. Then you climb up the closest tree. The higher the better. Just be careful not to drop those binoculars and break their lenses. You then look again, strain your eyes, stare through the binoculars out to the horizon. The higher up you are, the farther you will see. Usually we tend to relate this to the earthly obstacles, like the fact we have houses or other trees obstructing our vision on the ground and climbing upwards. We have a clear view, but that's not the true reason. Even if you would have a completely clear plateau with no obstacles between you and the horizon, you would see much farther from greater height than you would on the ground. This phenomenon is caused by the curvature of the Earth as well and would not happen if the Earth was, again, flat. Like the little diagram. It wouldn't happen if it was flat, you see? It would not happen. See, this guy can actually see the tree. Well, this guy can't. He can't see the top or anything on top of it. Yeah. Yeah, that proves. That proves without a shadow of a doubt. Point of view of a flat earth. Flat earth, he can only see down, right? He can only see horizontally. So whereas the guy that's on the round earth, he can see. Now that we have to share it again. Okay, you see flat, flat, round, round. See, yeah, point of view on flat earth. Point of view on round earth. You see the point? If you ever taken a country, specifically long destinations like I have, no, I can't speak for Cassius. Long destination trips, you could have noticed two interesting facts about planes and the Earth. Planes can travel in relatively straight line a very long time and not fall off any edges. They can also circle the Earth without stopping. If you look out the window on a transatlantic flight, you can most of the times see the curvature of the Earth in the horizon. The best view of the curvature used to be on the Concorde, but that plane's long gone. Yep, it is. British Concorde. I haven't seen one of them in ages. I can't wait seeing the pictures from the new plane by Virgin Galactic. The horizon should look absolutely curved. Horizon, I already read that. That's riding a plane. That's point number 6. Look at other planets. Yeah, that one for these guys doesn't work because they're too fucktarded to fucking accept that other planets exist.
It's all holograms.
Yeah, don't you know? It's all a hologram like Star Wars. The Earth is different from other planets. That much is true. After all, we have life, and we haven't found any other planets with life yet. However, there are certain characteristics on all planets that have, and it will be quite logical to assume that if planets behave a certain way or show a certain characteristic or characteristics, specifically if those planets are in different places or were created under different circumstances, our planet is the same. Funny how that works, right? In other words, if so many planets that were created in different locations and planet has the same property as well as all of our observations show planets are spherical, and since we know how they are created, it's also obvious why they are taking this shape. Unless we have a very good reason to think otherwise, which we don't. Our planet is very likely the same. Yep, the same. No matter how many times I tell these people, same, 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 never change, same. Oh, we've got an answer for that. We've got an answer for why it's like that. Blah, 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 blah. In 1610, Galileo of Galilee observed the moon of Jupiter rotating around it. He described them as small planets orbiting a larger planet, a description and observation that was very difficult for the church to accept, as it challenged a geocentric model where everything was supposed to revolve around the Earth. The observation also showed that the planets Jupiter, Neptune, and later Venus was observed too are all spherical and all orbit the sun. A flat planet, ours or any other planet, would be such an incredible observation that it would pretty much go against everything we know about how planets form and behave. It would not only change everything we know about planet formation, but also about star formation, as our sun would have to behave quite differently to accustom a flat Earth theory. That we know of speeds and movements in space, and our planet moves about 2.5 Mach, or Mach 2.5 or Mach 1. I believe it's Mach 2.5. Like planets, orbits, and the effects of gravity, etc. In short, we don't just suspect that our planet is spherical, we know it. Yep. The existence of time zones. The time in New York at the moment these words are written is 12 p.m. The sun is the middle of the sky, though it's hard to see with the current cloud coverage in Beijing. It's 12 a.m., midnight, and the sun is nowhere to be found. In Adelaide, Australia, it's 1:30 a.m., more than 13 hours ahead. There, the sunset is long gone, so much so that it's soon going to rise up again in the beginning of the new day. Here's another diagraph for you. Shows you the difference in time zone and why it doesn't yada yada yada. You get the point. Earth's not flat. We have time zones because when the sun is illuminating one side of the spherical Earth, the other side is dark. This can be explained if the world is round and rotating around its own axis at a certain point when the sun is shining on the part of the Earth. The opposite side is dark, and vice versa. That allows for the time difference and time zones, specifically ones that are larger than 12 hours. Another point concerning time zones, the sun and flat/spherical Earth. If the sun was spotlight, very directional, very directionally located, so that light only shines on a specific location, and the world was flat, we would have seen the sun even if it didn't shine on top of us. as you can see in the drawing below, the same way you can see the light coming out of the spotlight on stage in the theater, even though you, the crowd, are in the dark. The only way to create two distinctly separate time zones where there is complete darkness in one while there is light in the other, as if the world is spherical. Again, another diagram for you little ladies and germs out there. I don't know if that helps y'all very much, because y'all are just some special fucking snowflakes. But yeah. Debunking the sun is a spotlight theory. You see? Yeah. Little diagram. Yeah. It's pretty sad. I don't know if I've made my point yet. The center of gravity, number 9. There's an interesting fact about mass. It attracts things to it. The force of attraction, gravity, between two objects depends on the mass and the distance between them. Simply said, gravity will pull toward the center of mass of the objects. To find the center of mass, you have to examine the object. You know, when they shot people up into space, they examine the object because they have somebody in a satellite, right, that rotates around our planet, and it rotates and it spins round and round, right?
Satellites aren't real, man. We've never been to
Yeah,
space.
yeah. You know, we've never been to space. Satellites aren't real. All this nonsense. But say they are, right? You can tell the distance or the mass of an object by going around it. Just so you know, that's science, or that's not even science. That's math. That's common facts of math. You can tell the distance, and you can tell the circumference, and you can tell the mass of an object by doing the math. But again, these fucktards need a brain check because they ain't got one. You make my brain hurt. You really do. But it's okay. See, that's exactly why I could never be a teacher, bro. Right there. Because I'd end up calling a student a fucktard and then get fired. Yeah. It happened. It would happen. I was waiting for that. For the light to go off. Okay. Oh, they get mad when you disable the the live chat. They get real butt hurt. You know why? Because they can't say anything. They can't sit there and enrage you, or they can't sit there and fucking have their little side comments or their little say, There's no interjecting on this subject. This is just me talking and giving my point of view and my thoughts on the subject, all right? That's why you little fuck babies get mad and thumb down the video, because you can't interject. You can't put your thoughts in on why I'm wrong. And it's pretty sad that you even have to do that. You should know that you're an idiot, first off, for thinking that the planet is flat, because what I just told you, point blank, a horizon. But again, you idiots will find any excuse on why it doesn't fucking exist. Oh, by the way, the video after this one, bro, wow crazy. Yeah, we're going wow crazy. It's just going to be a wow night.
Yeah. Wow time. None of these flat earth shitheads. I mean, yeah.
Here's my last little diagram for these fuckheads. I mean, this proves it all. This right here. The center of gravity. You see that? Center of gravity. That's the Earth's center, right? That's how they know the mass of the Earth. How big it is. How they know it's a sphere and yada yada.
Yeah, but these idiots believe gravity's not real.
I know.
Real.
Nothing's
They're
real
fucking
because
idiots.
they're a part of some fucking confabulation of reality, right? There's an interesting fact though about mass. It attracts things to it. The force of attraction, gravity between two objects depends on their mass and the distance between them. Simply said, gravity will pull towards the center of the mass of the objects. To find the center of the mass, you have to examine the object again. Oh, wait, that's not the last little diagram for them. Since a sphere, consider a sphere. Since a sphere has a consistent shape no matter what, or no matter where on it you stand, you have exactly the same amount of sphere under you. Imagine an ant walking around on a crystal ball. From the insect's point of view, the only indication of movement would be the fact that the ant is moving its feet. The shape of the surface would not change at all. A sphere's center of mass is in the center of the sphere, which means gravity will pull anything on the surface toward the center of the sphere, straight down, no matter where it's located. Consider a flat plane. The center of mass of a flat plane is the center, more or less. If you want to be more accurate, feel free to do the integration process. So the force of gravity will pull anything on the surface towards the middle of the plane. That means that if you stand on the edge of the plane, gravity will be pulling you towards the middle, not straight down like you usually experience. A plane's center of mass is in the middle, which means that gravity should pull objects towards the center of the plane. I am quite positive that even for Australians, an apple falls downwards, not sideways. But if you have your doubts, I urge you to try something. Just make sure it's nothing that can break or hurt you. Further reading about the center of mass and about distribution of mass can be found here. Wikipedia. And if you are brave enough to handle some equations not involving integration, you can learn some more about Newton's law of universal gravitation here. Oh, man. Oh, their brain. Oh, my God. But don't you know, that's all fake, right? To them, anyway, not to me. In the past 60 years of space exploration, we've launched satellites, probes, and people to space. Some of them got back. Some of them still float through the solar system and almost beyond it, and transmit amazing images over to our receivers on Earth. And in all of the photos, the Earth is, wait for it, spherical! The curvature of the Earth is also visible in many, 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 many photos snapped by astronauts on the International Space Station. You can see recent example from ISS Commander Scott Kelly. Instagram right here. Ain't that just fucking amazing, right? The Earth, the stars. Oh, and look, the atmosphere. Yeah, that little round, thing around the planet there, that's the atmosphere. That's our atmosphere. When the thing you enter, when you fucking go back into it, onto the planet? Yeah, yeah. But yeah, you fuckheads don't believe in that shit again, so I'm just wasting my goddamn time, right?
I was to say, like, it's like so CGI. Like, oh my god, dude, what are you even doing?
That's so CGI, bro. Oh my god. Well, then you need to obviously go back and do this portion right here, the Focula pendulum experiment, for definite proof. If you are doubtful, the consistent oval shadow it produces in each and every lunar eclipse proves that the Earth is not only round, but spherical. Absolutely, utterly, beyond a shadow of a doubt, not flat. But again, don't take my word for it. I'm just some idiot in his garage. Right? Just some fucktard in
Stoned
his
out of his
garage.
mind.
Yeah, stoned out of my head.
And I'm just a dude with a Cthulhu avatar.
We're just some poor, deranged people. Right? Right. But hey, what do we know? Right? We don't know jack, right? Diddly. Diddly spiddly. As my grandpa would say. Diddly spiddly. You don't know shit. Right? I even cut my hair the other day. I was drunk as fuck when I did it. Came out great too. I didn't all fucking look all lopsided or nothing like I thought it would. Like the last time I was drunk as fuck and did my hair. Had to go and get it redone.
Or bald.
Or bald, Or I didn't make excuses on why people or shit happens, Fuck all. I've missed Damo in these last few weeks, bro. But I know where he's been. He's been up north. He's safe. He's fine. He's been talking to me every now and then. But that's neither here nor there. Like I said, you need to go out and do a center of mass experiment for yourself and obviously prove that the Earth is not flat if you still believe that the Earth is flat. And if you need some equations on how to do all this, I'm going to drop the link I read tonight and a link of center of mass on Wikipedia in the description below. And if you're still questioning at the end of the video, but Nick, I don't know how to do a experiment on center of mass. I don't know how to prove the Earth isn't flat. Blah, 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 blah. Well, then what did I just waste my time for? Right?
There's
for giggles, shits and giggles, I guess. Yep. For shits and giggles, I wasted my time.
Yeah, man. Shits and gigs, man.
It's kind of funny, dude. It really is. We might end 5 minutes early, though, so I can go into the other one. You know what I mean? Is that cool? Because I've ran out of stuff to talk about now that I've actually gotten to the bottom of that page, dude. Took me an hour just to read that page. I read slow, though. I have dyslexia, like I've told people 150 times. Not only do I have dyslexia, I have severe anxiety disorders that cause me to freak out on people and act like an asshole. On top of that, I'm bipolar. On top of that, I actually do know quite a bit about science and history, and those were my 2 favorite subjects in school. Yeah, go figure, right? I should have been a scientist. My uncle used to work on rockets for NASA. All right, he used to shoot rockets into space. And in a few weeks, I'm going to have pictures to show you guys. Obviously, there's some filming as well, but I won't be able to get those because they're on those old reel films. And I don't have one of those things to even